Nathan drew his sword as the rider's face was still silhouetted by the sun behind him.
"Halt, rider! Name thyself, or face my blade!"
The rider's horse backed up out of fear of Nathan's blade, causing the rider to slip off the horse and fall onto the cobblestone courtyard. No longer in silhouette, Nathan's expression immediately changed into a look of concern as he sheathed his sword.
"Hagar? Is that you?"
Nathan and Baelor raced over to Hagar Haraldson, and could tell at once that he had ridden his horse hard to arrive at them. His face was coated with sweat, and the bags under his eyelids were thick. Nevertheless, his tired face formed a weak smile as he caught his breath.
"I checked with the hotel and the stadium. They said they saw you go this way."
Baelor turned his attention to the exhausted horse, which was clearly overheated. It had just jumped into a nearby courtyard pond and was bathing itself in order to cool off. As Baelor went to calm the horse, Nathan raised a brow.
"But, Hagar, why are you in such a huge hurry? What has happened?" "You must go. Go back to Dunshire at once. Something big is going to happen."
Anxious creases formed on Nathan's brow as he leaned in closer to Hagar.
"What do you mean? What's going to happen in Dunshire?"
Although it was obvious that Hagar was disheveled from a long ride, Nathan knew he needed clear answers before he could go back home. Hagar finally caught his breath and shook his head slowly.
"My father's men from our Herald's Land Intelligence Network, they picked up something you need to know."
Nathan perked up at this news. If the Herald's Land Intelligence Network knew of something, then it must be a matter of extreme importance. After all, the fiefdom of Heraldland was notorious for its complex spy and informant system.
"Go on, please. I must know what I'm getting myself into." "Only a few hours ago, my father's informants received a secret report that House Raven had fled Godricshire." "Well, Hagar, that much is obvious, given where we are right now." "Not only Godricshire, but the entire kingdom of Calandria. Apparently, the High Lord Ravens struck a deal with the kingdom of Vaslan." "What?" "Yes. Just this morning, after they decided to admit defeat, apparently they took all their wealth with them, and they plan to evacuate this kingdom and cross the northern border into Vaslan."
Nathan grimaced as his hands turned into fists. The northern kingdom of Vaslan was a rival country to Calandria, and there was no doubt in his mind that House Raven and their hoarded wealth would be welcomed there and immediately given a new noble seat. Nathan's mind buzzed with the implications of Hagar's words.
"So that was their backup plan all along, huh? Soon as they lose their wealth and status, they simply switch kingdoms and hold on to their wealth. Such dishonorable cowardice. I must not let them live on to harass my family from afar."
The kingdom of Vaslan was a significantly larger country than the kingdom of Calandria, and so it was well known that their warriors were typically much stronger. Every once in a while, a conflict would break out between the two kingdoms, and Vaslan would frequently use that as an excuse to attempt an invasion of Calandria. Therefore, a former High Lord's house could be incredibly valuable to Vaslan, as Remus Raven would be able to supply them with vital information about Calandria's defensive strategies. It was thus inevitable that if House Raven reached the border, they would be met with open arms, and Nathan would not be able to easily pursue them.
"They must be stopped immediately. Tell me, Hagar, where are they now?" "I'm afraid it's even worse than you imagine, young Master Hayfield." "What do you mean?" "According to the report, House Clay has also joined House Raven in their exodus. But even more disturbing is a message we intercepted between House Raven and Vaslan officials. They claim that they will bring them the spoils of a raid on a medicinal garden as a gift to their new liege."
For the first time, Baelor's ears perked up as he calmly stroked the horse's mane.
"A medicine garden raid? But that means—"
Nathan snarled.
Dunshire. Those bastards are planning an attack on Dunshire.
Hagar nodded slowly.
That's what I suspect as well. A final form of revenge before they run for good. As soon as I heard this, I rode as fast as I could to inform you.
Nathan knew he needed to find his father and sister immediately. Their home was threatened, as they had to move quickly if they had any chance at all of saving it. But first, Nathan patted Hagar's shoulder and spoke with a solemn intensity.
Thank you, Hagar Haraldson. You've proven yourself to be a true friend and ally. If you need to call upon me in the future, do not hesitate to ask. I will be there to stand at your side, always.
Thanks, but save your words for after you save your Hamlet. There's plenty of fighting ahead, but the ride I did in 2 hours should have taken half a day, so I cannot go to face them with you.
Don't worry yourself, my friend. Rest easy now, and know that I will crush them swiftly.
Baelor, let us go at once. I must find my father and alert him. Hagar sighed as Nathan and Baelor leaped onto the rooftops of the city and raced back toward their hotel. Hagar crawled into a chair beside the pond and watched his horse blow bubbles in the water before he closed his eyes to rest. Lord Ulrich cheered with a group of lords at the restaurant below their hotel. To his left sat Podrick Graham, and to his right sat Amelia and Sir Ian Lightstone. Their faces were flushed from the spiced mead they had all been drinking. Although at first the three had sought to find Nathan and Baelor, Ulrich had finally decided that they should halt their celebrations no longer, and demanded that they feast back at the hotel. Ulrich knew that there was no trouble his son could get into that he could not also get out of, so he felt comfortable starting a party that his son would hopefully join soon. When Nathan and Baelor arrived with somber faces, the mood of the party collapsed. Ulrich frowned at his son's anxious expression.
Nathan, lad, what's gotten into you?
Father, please, the two of us must talk privately at once.
Very well then, lad. Let's go into my chambers.
Once father and son had escaped from the crowds, the party continued onwards, until Ulrich's voice boomed down through the rafters into the restaurant.
What? Those cowardly bastards!
Immediately, the party mood dissipated, as Ulrich raced down the stairs beside Nathan. Amelia frowned at Ulrich, who just grabbed his sword from his room and now tied his belt sheath around his waist.
Father, what is it?
Ulrich snarled as he addressed the crowd. House Raven has gone to pillage Dunshire. Nathan and I must leave at once. Podrick immediately stood and nodded at his son Baelor.
Heaven help us. House Graham shall go with you into battle then, Lord Ulrich.
Amelia stood as well, and followed the men outside of the hotel.
And so shall I, father.
Lord Ulrich nodded at Podrick, but shook his head at Amelia.
I'm sorry, Amelia, but you best stay here with Sir Ian. The night fighting will be brutal, and you lack the skills to properly defend yourself.
But, father, I can take care of myself, and I'm the best damn healer you've got in that town besides Sir Yara. You need me.
I do need you, child. That's why you must wait for now. I will not risk your life unnecessarily. Come to town at dawn tomorrow. Then you can mend the wounded without risking your own life.
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.